What is going on, everyone? Let's talk some Union soccer with your boy Pat Bernard, aka the Gobbler. And whoo, where do we start with this Union team? This Union team is looking good as always. But I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys take? What do you guys feel about this Union team? Come on, let's talk about it. I want to start with Saturday. Um, oh, excuse me. Saturday, it starts with, um, oh, Jesus. That's, as you can hear, that's my little guy in the background, all partied up, ready, all fired up as always. Um, I want to talk with you guys about Saturday's game. Saturday's game against the Colorado Rapids. Not all to a good start as Damian Lowe hits the hits Diego Rubio, right? Hits Diego Rubio, clips him in the knee, gets the foul kick. Then um, Connor Roding takes over, takes the shot. He hits it, gets past Andre Blake. Andre Blake, then he goes up 1-0. I'm thinking, oh, great. Uh, it's going to get ugly there in the Mile High City, which it does, but it's definitely not for the Union because in the middle of the game, within 5 minutes, Yo, Bird. What's up, Will? Will from Pottstown checking in. What's up, Will Yeager? But yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about what happened because in the middle of the game, your player of the game, it was Carranza. Carranza comes up with a great assist to Kurt Wagner. Kurt Wagner hits that nice goal from outside the box. Crisp, tight window, and he just lays in that shot. Goal goes up, and then 5 minutes later, he scores in transition. 51 minutes into the game, he scores in transition. Beautiful, beautiful. And then the crazy part of the game is where all hell broke loose at the end of the game. And yeah, towards the end of the game, I would say, with Michael Barros shoving Andre Blake to the ground. Then it got really nasty. Uh, People were actually slamming each other and stuff like that. It was the most physical mad thing I've seen in soccer in a long time. But yeah, it was getting ugly out there, ugly and chippy. If you're into physicality, that was the game to get into. So, and like I said, I'm all about the physicality in soccer and want to get nasty and chippy. Yeah, I'm all about that. That's the kind of guy I am. So look, listen, like I said, um, it was there for the taking. I'm glad the Union won. And actually, they got back-to-back wins. Um, so let's talk about that before we walk into last night's game. So for anyone who's watching, please tell me what you guys thought about last night's game, or I'm sorry, Saturday night's game rather against Colorado Rapids. It was actually a good win for Philadelphia sports because the Phillies were thumping up the Colorado Rockies at the same time as the Union were taking care of the Colorado Rapids. But yeah, like I said, where do you want to start? Like I said, beginning of the game did not look so pretty for your Philadelphia Union, but however, they found themselves bouncing back with Carranza's assist and a goal, and he was your player of the game, um, so forth. So to speak on that, we all know the two teams that they beat up recently, the Red Bull and the Colorado Rapids are not good teams. They beat them by 1 point deficit, which is good, which is fine. You need these points. You need them in the worst way. If you're going to show anything to your Philadelphia fan base, anything. So again, and where it was just getting chippy. Now, listen, I'm not here. I'm not one of those guys who like to make excuses for players. I don't know if fatigue played in yesterday's game as far as that because it definitely looked for sure that they were. But like I said, I kind of still want to stick to Saturday's night matchup mayhem that just happened between the Union and Rapids. Like I said, Carranza becomes the player of the game. Really, really showing some good stuff out there. Like I said, assists to Kurt Wagner rather. Warner, wow. Kurt, Kurt Wagner, he just being a real, really solid player on Saturday night. So, guys, like I said, if you guys can just tell me what you guys saw from out there, that'd be great. Um, like I said, I was really thrilled what I saw from this Union team. Again, two back to back wins on the road, which they definitely needed because up until last Saturday, they haven't won a game on the road since the whole season. So this was a game that they needed in the worst way, um, and so forth. Um, but like I said, I love to talk about Carranza some more because I actually do like Carranza. He's actually one of the most talented offensive players that they got, other than Daniel Gazdag. He's definitely one of the offensive powerhouses for the your Philadelphia Union. I think, though, with them being the champions of last year for your Eastern Conference champions, I think I think a little bit people like to they got more tape on Carranza and they know what he's capable of and they like to shut him down. And for the past few weeks, he wasn't putting up much points. And then once you give him time, he will make, whether it's a key pass or whether it is a nice crisp cook, whether it's from outside or inside the box. Um, he plays really, really well at at his position. So you guys, like I said, you guys out there tuned into the program, let me know how you felt about your Union, about your Philadelphia Union getting a couple dubs underneath their belt for the two road wins. Like I said, I don't know if yesterday had an effect from coming in from Colorado to Philadelphia and then having them face DC. I don't want to make excuses. I'm not that guy. But uh, like I said, but one thing for sure about Saturday, it did get chippy between the both teams, between Colorado and the Union, between the Rapids and the Union. It definitely got chippy out there. And rightfully so. I mean, once you push Andre Blake, the captain of the team, that was it. All flares were gonna, you expect flares and fights, and like I said, I saw a German suplex, I believe. That's how you know it was getting real out there. Usually, guys were just kind of like, like I said, once the shove came into place, then the jaw jacking started going on, and then yeah, and I gotta give it to Michael Barrows because he's only 5'6", and Andre Blake's like 6'2", so to, in order to do that, in order to push the man to the ground and stand up to the guy, I gotta give you credit because that guy. Surprised Andre Blake didn't use step on his foot and use his face as a speed bag. So, but yeah, like I said, you gotta give him credit for wanting to do that. But I mean, and then of course, if you caught any of if you're that much of a MLS geek like myself, I love the MLS. I love soccer. I love all sports. But if anyone did catch the Colorado Rapids game, they had Atlanta come in and Landon just thumped them 4-0, 4-0. And Landon just Landon just rolled them over. You know what I mean? Just ate them up like a pancake. They had no shot. But then again, Atlanta's one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference too. So, but yeah, guys, just walk me through what you guys saw from yesterday's game. Like I said, I want to hear your reaction from yesterday's game, from Saturday's game. I want to hear it all tonight. I am with you for the entire hour talking Union soccer. So I may be joined by Diego Bianchi from the Solar Squad. So he might be popping up here, but we'll see what happens. But until then, I wrote my first Union article today. So if you guys haven't yet to go check it out, go to edgeofphillysports.com and go check out my Union article. I just recently had it publicized today. So I encourage you guys to go read it, go check it out. I actually went in deep As weird as I could sound right about now, I actually went really deep on the research, deep dive in researching as I did on the DC United. I found some interesting things about them. So yeah, go check out that article. Um, but yeah, like I said, Cedar Rapids fall to the Philadelphia Union Saturday night. They take a 2-1 loss to your Philadelphia Union. Philadelphia Union get to back-to-back row wins on under their belt, which they definitely needed. Uh, the team actually bonded, and I think yesterday, like I said, I don't want to be that guy because last year you were not playing like excuses matter, and it seems like this year we're looking for excuses to make ourselves feel good, and that's not good either. When we're sitting there trying to convince ourselves that this team is like they were last year, and they're not. They're not. That the style of play is not there from last year. You can see it. It's if you watch last night's game, it's just this is what they are. It's just like the Phillies. It's just like the Phillies. It's like a roller coaster. It's just the ebb and flows of soccer, and it's becoming. I'm starting to grow gray hairs. One minute I'm thinking they are playing like Eastern Conference champions. Next minute I don't know if they could beat 10 kids on my street. I just it's a day to day process with the union. It's day to day process. I don't know which team's going to win, who's going to be there, um, so forth. But in doing that, I definitely want to get to one of our great sponsors here at the Edge of Philly Sports Network. So, guys, for all your working compensation, medical vehicle accidents, personal injury, criminal law, hit up my man David Archeri, Esquire, 610-565-0300. Hit him up today if you're going through any of those problems. So, with that being said, I like I said, you're Philadelphia Union is currently sitting in the sixth place of the Eastern Conference. They fall from 5 to 6, which is okay. Still a big ladder climb, still a lot of shoes to fill. Um, moving forward, moving forward, moving forward. Because, and I'm going to touch on this in the last part of the show, and I'll sprinkle this now. Saturday is not going to be easy. Saturday, you're having New England Revolution come in here, a team that's 7-2. So I'm just going to leave it there. That's my cliffhanger. But like I said, right now, and to wrap up this conversation of Saturday, like I said, I was really surprised with what this team did. I was really happy to see them get back-to-back wins, which they desperately needed because I think they were outside of 500 if I'm thinking about it. The Union, we're not looking good. Like I said, there's a lot of gray areas on this team. Jim Curtin needs to address it. And my question to Austin and Gus last week were, I'm starting to think Jim Curtin's kind of soft, and I might get ridiculed for that, and people might call me crazy. But I'm starting to think he's soft on his players. I don't think when they're winning everything's peachy, but I don't know if he has what it takes to be a disciplined coach, getting somebody's ear when they're not playing well. I don't know if he's coming up with stuff creative. I don't know if he had the talent last. I mean, I know it's pretty much the same team, but I don't know bench help that he needs. It seems like they need bench help because your guys and like guys like Bedoya, who's an older player, you still brought him in, and all he does is calls flags, and they're going to look to the officials are going to look to target him because he's one of those known guys who get the yellow card or the red card. So he's one of those guys to get that. So, like I said, the Philadelphia Union, though, like I said, escaped the Mile High City, a 2-1 victory. Been happy with that. Was really happy with what I saw on Saturday. Played like a team. Even the physicality was there from Colorado. Listen, like I said, and this is every sport. When the opposition's got to get physical, that's how they know they're already going to lose on paper. They already know they're going to lose on paper because they can't beat you skill wise, so they got to get physical with you. It happens in every sport. I've seen it all: basketball, hockey, football, baseball. I've seen it all. Soccer. It happens in every sport. an opposition gets physical because they know mentally they can't beat you, and then that's what they resort to is physicality because they can't beat you on paper and they know they're not as skilled as you. So, but yeah, nonetheless, Dan Gazog now is now the second in assists with 7 assists. So there are some bright spots though in your Philadelphia Union. Um, like I said, you know, when I look at this team overall and getting a couple row wins, like I said, it's just been a roller coaster. I don't know what team I'm going to get from week to week. But I know, like I said, can they put a collection of wins? I know they got a busy month of May rather. Um, a bunch of loaded games. Like I said, I don't want to be that guy that comes up with excuses. Too many games, blah 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 blah. I'm not one for excuses. If anyone knows me personally, I'm not one for excuses. Excuse Excuses for me is boring. I'm not that kind of guy. But like I said, let's talk some more about this Philadelphia Union team who took care of a bad. Who's been playing against the competition in front of them has been bad. And like I said last night, they could have used a W. They needed a W. Um, and they didn't. They came up short last night. They came up very short um, against DC United. And DC United to me yesterday, both teams look like they had some fatigue underneath their legs. How about 9 years? 9 years at DC United trying to get a win in Subaru Park and just couldn't get the job done. Um, the bad news is the Union didn't win, but the good news is the streak continues for DC United. They still have yet to get a win in South Philly. So with that being said, Wayne Rooney, like I said, this is a fresh start for him. If you read my article, this is a fresh start for him. He got hired last year, looking to change the team from what it was last year. Because let's be honest, folks, DC United, when you think about them last year, they were the laughing stock of the Eastern Conference. I mean, heck, the first meeting of last year, the Union put a touchdown on them, and then again they put up another one. A total of 13 points on the DC United. It was this, but like I said, this was a last year's Union team to this year's Union team is two different things. And this is what I mean. Like, I don't want to be that guy that comes with excuses because, again, last night was there for you to win, and the Union didn't win. They struggled, and especially in that first half. I don't know what happened. I don't know where they were at. I don't know if they were all, like I said, I don't want to be that guy who comes up with excuses, but I don't know if fatigue played a major role for this team coming from Colorado into this game. I mean, still, you had a few days to yourselves to get yourself reacclimated and get yourself together and all that stuff. So again, here goes another comment from my man Will. Will says they need to show they need to shoot the ball more. Too much passing. Right. So he's saying they need to shoot the ball more and too much passing. I totally agree with you, Will. Um, they do. They need to shoot the ball. It's getting like the Flyers, right? And I hate to bring other sports into this, but it's become pass happy. Pass, 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 pass. And maybe this is Jim Curtin just trying to get creative and come up with some plays and drawing some stuff up. But like, dude, just take care of business. Just take care of business. And you didn't. And like I said, I think teams though have figured out Jim Curtin's playbook because if you looked at the DC United, they played the Union very good yesterday. Man-to-man coverage defensively, they had them shut down. Like I said, that first half had the Union rattled. I mean, granted they didn't score, but however, for your star goaltender Andre Blake to come out and start giving earfuls of people and start yelling at the defense that's in front of them that's not performing, big question marks are there. Red flags are pop up in my head about what this Union team really is. What are they? They get a couple lucky wins here and there. Are they a contender? And if I got to ask myself these questions, I kind of already know the answer. Just like I said about the Phillies, and I know my broadcast partner, Mike Lowry, likes to give me the fits about it. Starting to wonder if the Union last year was a fluke. I wonder if they were a fluke, a one-hit wonder. You tell me out there. You tell me, because that's what I'm starting to smell. But like I said, that first half, like I said, DC United had them rattled. Had them rattled. Like I said, they didn't score, but still a bunch of offensive shots that were coming in from DC United. Bunch of them. Were the point that your star goaltender had to come out and get earfalls and screaming at that defense in front of him for not showing up. It's embarrassing. It wasn't. They weren't playing like this last year. They weren't playing like this last year. Ugly, ugly start. Wayne Rooney doing a heck of a job down there in DC. A lot better from what they were last year. Like I think they only had like 4 or 5 wins last year. Coach these guys up. Again, a former international superstar is Wayne Rooney. So here goes Will. One more. Will says they play most games out of any MLS teams. Yeah, well, they do play a lot of games but there's no excuse. Will, no excuse. You can't make excuses. You have to expect that being the champions, being the Eastern Conference champions, you are going to get the brunt of the work. It is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, Wayne Rooney really coached up the DC United of what to do, and like I said, I don't know if Jim Curtin's playbook is just vanilla. Just they're just too easy. I don't know if he's too soft on these guys. I don't know, but there's something that's going on. And I saw him in press conference, him trying to call up his team. I saw him a bunch of times call up the team, and you know what? They're not responding. That's not a good sign. That's definitely not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. Not when your team's not responding. So, like I said, we go into, like I said, but the second half was a little better for the Philadelphia Union. Second half was the opposite way. Again, to what Will was saying, passing the ball too much, wasn't really finding the ball on net. They actually got only 2 shots on net. They were just shooting it all over the place. So I think they had 16 shots and they only landed 2. 2 on net. It doesn't mean they went in. They just went on the net. Like I said, so they were hitting. They could have hit the mascot. They were probably hitting the fans. Who knows where those balls were landing? But anywhere besides the net. So yeah, definitely need target practice or something because they were all over. But then, like I said, DC United came to play defensively. They shut them down, man-to-man coverage. It's not hard to read what the Union want to do. It's not hard to read what they want to do. And DC United need to come up big. They came up big. This is where the Union need to come up big. This is a 3 points that they needed. They need 3 points. They need to get out of this. Like I said, what was it, like 3 weeks ago? They had like one outbreak win. With that was it. Other than that, it's been blah blah. You're playing the bottom of the barrel in the Eastern Conference, and the Red Bull, and all you got is 1 point out of it, 1 goal, 1 goal. That's all you satisfied with, and then you go to Colorado, beat them by 1 goal, got 2 goals. So there's something up with this team, and it may have to start with the head coach. You may have to consider it. I know Union fans. I know you don't want to hear that. I know you don't want to hear it. I know you don't want to hear it. But I'm here to give you what you don't want to hear. That's what makes me different from everybody else. Because I give you the truth. And Jim Curtin looks like he may be a soft coach. He's called them out a bunch of times, and they're not listening. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign for his future if they keep this up. If they don't turn this around, mm, mm, that's all. I'll just leave it like that. Uh, here goes Miko Spencer, check into the program. Can they catch Cincinnati being down 9 points already with 22 games left? Say sitting at 6 in the Eastern Conference this early. Good question. Can they catch up with Cincinnati? Cincinnati is a decent look. It's Miko is really really early. It's early in the season. However, however, the way that they're playing as of late, I don't know. I don't know if they can catch. I don't know if they can catch a cold right now. That's how bad they're playing. That might be the only thing they can catch is a cold. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm starting. I have questions. I know Gus and Austin and everybody else. The guys who overlooked us. I know they say they give the green light. They overlook Jim Curtin. They think he's doing a heck of a job. I question it. What are they doing so special on offense? You saw yesterday. There's no swag in this team. There's no aggressiveness. There's nothing. And like I said, you want to play the you want to play the fatigue game. They're tired from heading from Colorado. Wham 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 wham. Champions don't have excuses. Champions just do their jobs and get it done. That's the difference. No excuses. No excuses. Jim Curtin has no excuses. None. And you need to step up here. The team needs to step up. It's going to need to step up in a major way. And I don't know if they can. I don't know if this team has what it takes to step up. So, they beat two bad teams. Two bad teams. Hooray! You want good for you. They beat up two bad teams by one point. By 1 point. By 1 goal differential. You beat up two bad teams. And I keep on bringing this one up. It's like what Bill Parcells used to say: "You are what your record says you are." You're mediocre at best. To me, that's what I see with the Union. And I'm sorry to be that guy on this program, but I'm always going to be a realist with you. I'm always going to be real. If when they play good and they look spectacular and they look like a juggernaut of a team, yeah, I'll toot their horn. I'll toot it. But when they play like crap and they don't show up and the playbook looks blah. The players look like they don't have no aggressiveness. The players don't look like they don't want it. I noticed that before. They don't look like they want it. And the only person that looks like they want it, he doesn't play offense. He plays goaltender. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Andre Blake looks like he's the only person that wants to play soccer. The rest of them don't really want to play soccer. The rest of them just looks like they would just want to go to Pat's Steaks and get themselves a nice big fat cheesesteak or something. I don't know what they want to do. I don't know. But they look like they're not ready to show up to play soccer. That's for sure. And it's a shame. It's a shame because last year, like I said, you beat DC United by a touchdown. I mean, you beat them in 2 games by 13 points. What's the excuse? What's the excuse? There is none. There's none. Get your head out of the ground and start playing some good soccer. That's what you need to do. All right? You need to start playing some good soccer. And if you have to get rid of your head coach because he's barking orders and they're not responding, then so be it. Send a message. Send a message. I'm not, like I said, I don't like shifting this towards other sports. But for 16 years, the Pittsburgh Penguins were a competitor and contender for the Stanley Cup. They were always in the playoffs. This year's the first time they missed out. You know what happened to Ron Hextall? Out. Out as the GM. Out. They got rid of him that quick. You didn't meet the expectations of this club. You look at the Capitals again. Guys like Ovechkin, generational talent. They're in the NHL playoffs every year. You know what happened when they didn't meet the expectations? Bye-bye, Peter Laviolette. Out. So guess what? When the bar is set and you don't meet it, You know what I mean? Sink or swim. That's the kind of business that you're in. Sink or swim. And I don't know the boat for the Union is just like this, just in the middle, ready to come up ashore. Um, Here goes Miko Spencer checking into the program once again. New England, New York, Charlotte, Montreal. Next 4 games. Who scares you the most? New England. New England scares me the most. New England scares me the most, Miko, because you're gonna. They're playing. They're 7-2. They just lost to Miami 2-1. So if anybody's gonna come in with a little aggressiveness and anger, yeah, yeah. It might not be a pretty day at Subaru Park. It may not be. Here goes Dave Yarnold checking in the program. It's still early in the season, a lot of games left. Yeah, I agree. A lot of games left, Dave. But know what the problem is? Last year you're playing like contenders. You're not doing that this year. You're not playing like a contender. You are playing like garbage. And I'll say it again. And I don't care. My man Mike Lauer gets mad at me because I tell him that's about the Phillies and you don't want to hear it. And I'm starting to sniff it on the Union. It was all a fluke. This was all a fluke. That's why I say about the Phillies. I'm starting to get it about this team. This is just the roller coaster that we're on. You're not playing like contenders. No, the Phillies got on some lucky hot streak and had a great run. Great. But guess what? Fluke. Fluke. And that's what this team is starting to show me. Fluke last year. Fluke. You played really well, but where is that same team? I mean, the only thing that changed is bench pieces. Bench pieces, not star pieces, bench pieces. Are you telling me Corey Burke was that much of a difference maker? Come on. Come on. Give me a break. You need to put together a collection of wins. And only you're beating bomb feeder teams by 1 goal? Yeah. Yeah. Oof. And you got superstars like Daniel Gazak. Guess what? They've done their tape on Daniel Gazak. They shut him down. They shut him down. 2-1. They put double. They shut down him. They shut down Carranza. What do you have coming? What's your answer, Jim Kerr? What do you have come? What do you have? When are you going to step up to the plate? That's what I want to know. When are you stepping up to the plate and doing your job? So I don't know. I get a little frustrated with this Union team. I got to be honest with you, people. I'm a little frustrated with this Union team. The Union to me looks soft. Looks soft as doo doo. And I start with the head coach. That's where I'm putting the blame. The head coach is to blame. They're not responding to your message. You're soft on them. You're not getting. And when you do bark orders, no one listens to you. You know what happens in sports when no one listens to their coach? Ask Doc Rivers. That's all I'm gonna say. Ask Doc Rivers what happens when you don't. He'll tell you. He'll tell you. But anyway, let's get into one of another great sponsor here on the program. Here, I know this just passed, but guys, if you are in the Delaware County area, and I know this event just passed, but Philadelphia, I heard, was a phenomenal time here. Charlie, just like you see on the flyer, Charlie Manuel, Mickey Morandini, Jamie, the Philly sports guy, cool dude, and Hollis Thomas. Got a chance to meet Hollis Thomas this past fall. Great man. Um, but yeah, I heard it's a great place, and look, this is I hear it's like an all year round. So guys, go down there, have yourself a good time, enjoy yourself, and you never know who's going to walk through those doors down there. Also, guys, save yourself 10% off. Look at ShareTicketTown.com. Great places, no hidden fees, sports, concerts, theaters. Use the promo code EOP10 and get 10% off. Yeah. So, and also Philly Sports Strips coming up. Look at all PhillySportsTrips.com. Look at it. Go to Kansas City, go to New England, go to Seattle, go to Dallas, get a big D. Go to Tampa. It's all there for you. So, guys, go to, like I said, go to PhillySportsTrips.com, as you can hear my little guys in the background yelling at his daddy. He loves his daddy, but yeah, go to PhillySportsTrips.com today. Talk to my man Vince, runs the whole thing. Great dude. Been around Vince plenty of times. That's my main man. So, guys, go give him a shout out today and tell him that EOP sent you. All right, let's get in some more business at hand. Oh, sorry about that, ladies and germs. But yeah, let me get back to what I was talking about. And this is this Philadelphia Union team that is confusing, that is starting to cause me gray hair because I don't think they're going to have a shot this weekend of beating the Philadelphia Union, beating New England Revolution. No shot. No shot at all. None. Um, they are really good. Second in the league for making outside the box shots. Second in the league. Think about that. They will. So they're going to tell you they're going to load up with snipers. They got snipers on that team that can aim on you. And what the Union have, I don't. Like I said, I don't see it happen. I don't see a win coming. If you guys see a win coming, um, I'll look, more power to you. But just the fact that the Union just got just I mean just the fact that New England Revolution just got slapped in the mouth. Nah, New England Revolution um, just lost to Miami 2-1. They're going to come in here hungry. However, it's going to be the third road game for New England. So, who knows? Hopefully, they come in here with sleepy legs, but they're not the Philadelphia Union. Here goes William Yeager checking into the program. They have passing. Who has? Oh, he's talking about New England. Yeah, they do got a couple guys who they got a couple guys who can that do crave good passing. Like I said, I think it's going to be a long day at the office for your Philadelphia Union. But if I'm wrong, I hope that I'm wrong. I'm hoping they come up with a 3 points and beat the New England. Like, but I don't see it. I don't see it. I see it. I see it being a 3-1 New England win. I don't see them scoring much. I don't see them doing any kind of offense. I just think it's going to be ugly. I think it's going to be a long day at the beach for your Philadelphia Union. So, but like I said, if you guys are feeling different, if you guys are feeling, tell me. I want to hear from you, diehard Union fans. I want to hear from the diehards out there. Tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me where the Union are going to win, because I don't see it happen. Here goes Will Yeager. I think they play too much inside and need to play more outside, crossing it in. No, well, I kind of disagree with that, Will, because if you saw the last time that they played, they actually get good scoring chances from outside. It's just they don't. Like I said, last night, only 2 goals on net. You know where the rest of those balls went? To the river, to the fans as a souvenir. To the guy, he probably hit the guy carrying the popcorn. You know, probably hit him a few times. Uh, Probably went to the press box, media. He went all over the place. But guess where it didn't go? In the net. It didn't go in the net. You know what I mean? So first of all, they need to work on target practice. Let's start there. Let's start there. Let's just start there. But yeah, they got a lot of work to do. They got a lot of work to do as your Philadelphia Union. Need to find light at the end of the tunnel here. And if they do win on Sunday or this weekend, Saturday night at Super Bowl Park, I will be amazed. I'll be amazed. Like I said, I don't think it's going to happen, even though it's going to be New England's third game on the road. That might play a factor into it. If I'm being optimistic, if I want to be a homer with blue and gold sunglasses, that might be the only caveat to all this. Um, but yeah, I don't see it happen at all. I don't see it happening. You know what I mean? So look, like I said, man. But like I said, I definitely want to hear from the fans out there. Like I said, tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me that the Philadelphia Union are going to win. I want to hear how they're going to win. How are you going to win against a team like this? That's stacked. That's just stacked. You tell me. And maybe I'm riding them too hard because I know like the other co-hosts of this show just love their Philadelphia Union and don't want to be a realist. Hey, me on the other hand, I'm sorry. I just call things what I see, and I call out the coach all the time. That's my problem is I call out Jim Curtin. That's my issue is Jim Curtin. I don't think he's that good of a coach. I think last year he was a fluke. I think things got lucky for him. Um, but what are you going to do this year? What are you going to do? I want to know what's the playbook going into this game. Going into this game, what are you going to do? Because New England's mad about losing 2-1 to Miami. You know that. They were in Miami. They got smacked in the mouth. They're not here to go get cheesesteaks. They're here to mop the floor at the Philadelphia Union. They're going to mop the floor with them. They are going to mop the floor with the Philadelphia Union on Saturday night. And look, like I said, I hope that I'm wrong, but I can't lie to you. I'm like my eyeballs and my heart see is different what I see on paper. It's different. I see a team that plays very, very well. They just lost to Miami. Meanwhile, the Philadelphia Union are just beating bomb feeder teams. Come on. Come on. You tell me. You tell me. You tell me. Am I right? Am I wrong for I'm a little too hard on these guys or what? So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what Union team we're going to get on Sunday or Saturday night. I don't know what team. We're going to get the A team or we're going to get the B team. We need somebody to step their game up. That's for sure. Down Gazak, they're going to shut down Gazak. You know that. It's been every opposition, every opponent's mo from the start. Shut down Gazak. His second assist. What do they have after that? He's become a facilitator. He's not even at games. He's not even taking shots anymore. He's just a facilitator. That's all Dan Gazak became. Your number one player last year is now just a facilitator. Here we go. We got another one from my man Yeager, William Yeager. We will be healthy this week. Martinez will be back. He's the voice in the backfield for the defense, so that helps a lot. Look, okay, all right. I'm talking about the offensive production. Where's that coming from, Will? You tell me. You tell me where the offense production's coming from. When the opposition plays man to man take coverages and the head coach doesn't have an answer to rebuttal, doesn't make no adjustments. Doesn't make no adjustments. Doesn't make no adjustments at all. You tell me. You tell me what happens. You know what happens? They get clipped off the show. They get clipped. And they need to step up big time. They need to step up big time in the worst way. And they can't. This team can't step up. If you guys think that they're going to win on Saturday, because they struggled, so be it. I don't think that they're going to step up at all. Sorry to tell you, I don't think that they're going to step up on Saturday night. I don't. I don't. And I want to be real with you. I want to tell you everything's going to be sunshines and rainbows, but I'm not that guy. I don't sit there and lie to you. I never did. I was never that guy. I'm not that guy to lie to you. Sorry. I refuse to lie to you. I refuse to lie to my people who listen to me. I'm here to tell you my honest opinion, and most most people like listening to me for that, and I appreciate it. But if you could tell me where this Union team is going to be, this New England Revolution team, just tell me where. Give me the X and O's reasons where you see it, and Will thinks just because we're going to get a healthy Martinez back means the world. Hey, listen, if you want to tap yourself on your back like Barry Horowitz just for that, go ahead. Go ahead. Tap yourself on the back for, yeah, we're getting Martinez back. You still need offense to score. And the only person I see showing up to these Union games is a frustrated goaltender. He's frustrated. You saw him in that first half. He got in people's ears. He's yelling at the defense in front of him. And you know what? They're not even responding. There's no hustle in there. There's no hustle in this Union team. There's a lack. And like, I'm sorry, but how do you not like respond? You see fans, you see, the stands. You're in game mode. You're in game mode. And you don't show up. And you don't show up. Hmm. Something ain't right here. Something's not right. You know why? Because I called it out. Tell tell further notice. I won't call this team a fluke. I'm sorry. You you're just struggling. You're struggling. And again, I said this from the beginning of the season. I said it from the beginning of the season. I said, try and tell Austin, try to wake up, try to open Gus and Austin's eyes. They didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to listen to me. I said, you're the champion, right? You're the Eastern Conference champions. But you know what that does? When you don't win the whole thing, it only adds a target to your back. And there's a big bullseye still in the Union. Regardless that they're a middle of a pack team. Teams want to come in here and rock them just because they were the champions of last year. If they feel themselves, say, no, if I could beat the Philadelphia Union, the Union are the measuring stick here, I have a good chance. But like I said, I need guys like to step up. I need guys like Carranza to come through. Bedoya, you know, who else? McGlynn. I need all those guys to come through. Where's McGlynn going to show up? When is this Union offensive roster going to show up? When? Torres all over the place. And that's another thing about this Union team. What's the deal with the penalties all of a sudden? Too many penalties. Too many. Like, what is the deal with it? Ugh. 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 Too many penalties. Come on, guys. Come on. What's the deal with the penalties all of a sudden? You're a penalty machine, causing balls over and giving people. I mean, like I said, go back to Saturday's game. Gave up a free kick. Gave up a free kick. Come on. You can't be playing like that. Can't be playing like that. You got to play smarter. You got to play smarter with the ball. And like I said, I don't know if this is just the team what it is, but we'll see. Like I said, Saturday night they're gonna have to step up and come up huge. They're gonna have to come up huge Saturday night and see if they can get a dub because they're gonna need all the help they can get. They're gonna need all the help they can get come Saturday night. But real fast, I definitely, like I said, before I talk any more Union, I definitely want to go around the league for matchups to look out for. We got the Battle of Florida going on this Saturday night. That looks like it's going to be pretty good. Miami versus Orlando. And what's the deal with them Apple TV? Not everyone has Apple TV. Come on. Well, also, listen, the only way you're going to have to watch these Union games or any of the MLS games, majority of them, is you're going to have the Apple TV MLS pass, so season pass. So sign up for that, doable price, and that's how you're going to have to catch all the action. But speaking of action, yeah, so your DC has LA coming, LA Galaxy coming in. Cincinnati has that's a good one. The Columbus Crew in Cincinnati, Battle of Ohio. So we'll see what happens in that one. That looks like a good competition right there, uh, and so forth. So anyway, we just want to run the horn a little bit, guys. Like I said, if you guys want to add anything to the show, please do. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what's on your mind about this game coming up on Saturday. What is going on? Do you feel good? I don't. I'm sorry to be a Debbie Downer, but I don't. Um, I don't feel good at all. If you guys do, hey, pat yourself on the chest for feeling good. I don't. I don't feel good at all. Like you said, I'm a straight up guy with you. I don't hide anything. Whatever's on my chest, I take right to you. And this is how I feel. I feel like this team's not good enough. This team's not good enough to hang in there, to give you a full 90 minutes of soccer. Not good enough. Showing areas. What I saw yesterday, just, just they play blah. I don't know their hearts into the games. They don't even show. They don't show legs for it. Sloppy, 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 sloppy soccer. That's all I could tell you. But like I said, if they shock the world and beat New England, catching New England off the, maybe hopefully New England goes through a little bit of a downslope right now. Hopefully, like I said, them being on the road gets to them. I don't know, but I hope that we could walk out with a dub come this weekend. You know what I mean? They're coming up from Miami. They're going to be here Saturday night. It should be a fun one. I believe our man Diego Bianchi is going to be in the house covering the game. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens moving forward. Like I said, a lot of things need to be answered with this Philadelphia Union team. A lot. And yesterday, like I said, I was just when I was feeling a little bit better about the Philadelphia Union, even though they're beating bottom feeder teams by 1 point, 1 goal. Still felt a little better. At least they're getting some wins. A win's a win. You have to take that in stride. But then, like last night, when you're expected to, take care of the DC United, and look, and a lot of us are selling short the DC United because again, some of us are still going off of last year that they're going to be this bottom feeder team. No, DC United have come up. They're sitting in the eighth seed right now. They're sitting at the eighth seed. They're not too far behind us on the ladder. You know what I mean? They're like 2 steps down from us. Wayne Rooney, an international English Premier League soccer star, comes over here. He's only 36 years old, so he's relatively young. Knows what he's doing. Knows what he's doing. He's turning the ties, as they say. And Taylor Miller, you got to give him credit yesterday. He played phenomenal. Played phenomenal. Even though the Union barely made any of the shots on net, the two that they did, he stopped. And the defense in front of him was pretty solid. They just look. The Union were getting some good opportunities in that second half. Still, the defense in front were making them shoot into the river, to the bank, to the fans, give fans free souvenir balls, anything besides getting some wins. And like I said, they played them tough. If you want the good news is that the DC United still have yet to beat the Union. It's 9 straight years they have yet to beat them in South Philly or Chester, if you want to go that way. But the bad news for your Philadelphia Union, this was 3 points off the board before you face this New England team that's going to be licking their chops to come in South Philly for a W. They're going to be licking their chops. You know it. I know it. We don't got no shot. No shot of beating New England. No shot. And look, I said I'm hoping I'm wrong, maybe, but from what I've seen, from what I see with the soccer team, it's kind of like the roles reversed from last year, where this New England team looks pretty good, and this Phillies team is, I don't know what they are. So we're just in the middle of a packed team. I know it's early. I know it's way early. Playoffs don't start till October, but I'm starting to feel like this team is what they are. Just roller coaster. You get excited and then they'll let you down. You get excited and they let you down. You get excited, they let you down. Terrible. Can't have it. Can't have it no more. No mas. No mas. I want to see this team step up in a huge way. Step up. Step up or step down. You know, like I said, I need to see McGlynn. I need to see Gotha. I need to see Karanza. I need to see these guys step up. Torres, step up. We traded you. We traded for you. And you have given us homage. Homage. Uh, not good. Not good at all. You know what I mean? we're like I said, will someone please step up offensively? Offensively, Yuri was the only guy who went off like a month ago. It was when they had like a breakout game, but still, come on, come on. Someone please step up here. Someone please step up. Because New York, I keep on saying New York, New England Revolution is going to be licking their chops for and just get a win under their belt. Um, so it is rivalry week. So for all you fans out there, I'm just going to throw this out there too, just to have fun with you guys. Um, rivalry week. What's your favorite rivalry in sports in general? In soccer, you know, it's a shame because them playing the Red Bull would have made sense this week for rivalry week. But still, it's going to be. Hey, listen, Boston and Philly team tangling up on Saturday is still pretty good. It's still pretty good. I gotta give it to you. All right, so let's take a look at some of the let's take a look at this team in depth, and what you have and what you don't have. Team stats. Here we go. And this is what this is what I need to know. This is what I need to know as far as like who's stepping up, who's not, who's going to be, who's a team player here, and you need that. So, like I said, this team really needs someone to step up here in a major way. In a major way. So, oh, like I said, this is still some of the stuff. There's just no, that's career stuff. I was looking for how many goals they have now, and like I said, this team is just it's just struggling. This Philadelphia Union team is just struggling bad. So, anyways, guys, I want to say thank you so much for checking me out for the entire hour. Like I said, tomorrow, this Saturday, obviously you have the not Brussels. Wow, yeah, Pass and FNX. They'll be taking you over at 9 a.m. talking. Pretty sure they'll be getting in talking about the Sixers and the Flyers and the Phillies and so forth, and maybe some Eagles talk. Who knows what happens on Pass and Fanatics? But yeah, that's the handoff that I'm going to be handing off those guys. Like I said, I want to thank you for everyone who checked into the show, for all the fans out there. Thank you so much. And of course, if you guys need to, you guys can always check me out. I'm going to be doing the PM and the AM show on Sunday morning at 9 a.m. with Michael Laro. And then I'll be doing the Phillies final tomorrow night at 9, right after the Phillies game. So, guys, check me out, guys. Thank you for checking out the show. And hopefully the Union can shock me like he can shock the rest of the world and get themselves a W. Here we go. Good night, everyone. Let's go Union.